Ho, 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 good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Story Time by Santa. Sit back, relax, and enjoy these wonderful stories that Santa is going to read to you, your family members, and your children. I hope you have a wonderful time. And if you like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Santa loves you. Ho, ho, ho. Enjoy.
All right, boys and girls, mums and dads, Santa's got some more stories. Thank you for coming and spending some time with Santa. The Reindeer's Christmas Wish. Once upon a snowy Christmas Eve in the heart of the North Pole, there lived a young reindeer named Rollo. Rollo was different from the other reindeer. He wasn't as fast as Dasher, as strong as Comet, as graceful as Dancer, but he had something special in his heart, a wish. Every year as Christmas drew near, Rollo would dream of helping Santa on his magical journey to deliver presents to children all over the world. One day, I'll be part of Santa's team. Rollo would say, his big brown eyes twinkling with hope. The older reindeer often laughed, not in a mean way, but because they knew how difficult the job was. You need to be fast to pull Santa's sleigh, Blitzen said kindly, and strong enough to fly for miles and miles, added Prancer. But Rollo didn't give up. He practiced running, flying, and even navigating through snowy forests, determined to prove he was ready. Despite his best efforts, though, he still struggled to keep up with the others. One cold evening, as Rollo stood alone, watching the stars, he whispered his deepest wish. I wish I could make Christmas special in my own way, just like the others do. Little did Rollo know that the Christmas star was shining brightly above, and in that moment, his wish traveled far into the sky, reaching the ears of someone very special, Santa Claus himself. That same night, the North Pole was buzzing with excitement. The sleigh was packed, the elves were singing, and the reindeer were gearing up for the big flight. But then there was a problem as Santa prepared to leave. The northern lights, which normally guided his journey, grew dim. Without the lights, navigating the vast sky would be difficult and dangerous. Santa scratched his beard thoughtfully. What we need is a new way to light the path. Something bright, something special. He paused and smiled. I think I know just the reindeer for the job. Moments later, Santa called Rollo into his cozy workshop. The young reindeer's heart pounded with excitement as he stood before the jolly man himself. Rollo, Santa began with a twinkle in his eye, I've seen your hard work and your wish. Tonight I need your help. The northern lights are fading, and without them, I won't be able to deliver presents safely. But I believe with a little magic and a lot of heart, you can help light the way. Rollo's eyes widened. Me? But I'm not the fastest or the strongest. Santa chuckled. True, but you have something even more important. Your wish and your heart. Sometimes it's not about being the best at something. It's about believing in yourself and finding your own special way to shine. With that, Santa placed a small golden bell around Rollo's neck. As the bell jingled, it began to glow with a soft, warm light. The glow grew brighter and brighter until it shone like the very stars in the sky. Your wish has come true, Rollo, Santa said warmly. You're lighting the way. Excited and a little nervous, Rollo joined the other reindeer at the front of the sleigh. As they took off into the night sky, his golden bell lit the path brighter than any northern light ever had. Together, they soared over snow-covered mountains, across glittering oceans, and through twinkling cities, delivering joy to children everywhere. The other reindeer were amazed. Rollo, your light is beautiful, said Vixen. You're leading us perfectly, chimed Donner. And every word of encouragement, Rollo's confidence grew. He no longer wished to be just like the others. He had found his own special way to contribute to Christmas. After the last present was delivered and Santa's sleigh landed safely back at the North Pole, Rollo felt proud and fulfilled. His wish had come true, but not in the way he expected. It wasn't about being the fastest or the strongest. It was about being himself and believing that his own unique talents could make a difference. Santa smiled at Rollo as he unhooked the sleigh. You've learned an important lesson tonight, my friend. Everyone has something special to offer. And when you believe in yourself, magic happens. Rollo beamed, his bell still softly glowing. He had found his place in Christmas. Not by trying to be like the others, but by discovering the power of his own heart. And from that night on, Rollo's golden light would guide Santa's sleigh every Christmas Eve. A shining reminder that the greatest gifts come from within. The end. Here's your life lesson. Everyone has a unique gift to share with the world. By believing in yourself and embracing what makes you special, you can light the way for others and make a difference, just like Rollo did. Wow! Wasn't that awesome, boys and girls? Are you ready for story number 2? I hope your cocoa's still warm. The Elf Who Loved to Sing. Once upon a time, in a bustling heart of the North Pole, there was an elf named Melody. Unlike the other elves, whose talents lay in toy making, decorating, or wrapping presents, Melody had a unique passion. She loved to sing. Whenever she was working in Santa's workshop, helping to prepare the sleigh, or just wandering throughout the snowy woods, Melody was always humming a tune or singing at the top of her lungs. Her voice was sweet and bright, filling the North Pole with joy. But while Melody singing made her happy, it wasn't always appreciated by the other elves, who were busy in their own important Christmas tasks. Melody, could you please stop singing while we're building the toys? One elf named Tinker grumbled one day. It's distracting when I'm trying to hammer straight. Yeah, and I can't wrap presents when you're singing without jingle bells and snowflakes, added another elf named Glitter. Melody frowned. She never meant to bother anybody. She just couldn't help it. Singing was a part of who she was. Still, she didn't want to upset her friends. So she decided to keep the singing of songs to herself. The next day, she quietly worked in the toy shop without singing a single note. But something felt wrong. The cheerful spirit Melody usually brought to the workshop seemed to fade without her songs. The elves noticed too. The work wasn't as fun, and the usual festive atmosphere felt a little, dull. One cold evening, Melody wandered outside, feeling sad and unsure. She loved singing, but it seemed like there was no place for her voice at the North Pole. As she sat on a snowy hill watching the stars twinkle in the sky, she began to sing quietly to herself, not realizing somebody was listening. Santa Claus, who had been taking a walk to enjoy the peaceful night, heard her soft melody. He approached her with a warm smile and sat beside her. "Why so quiet, Melody?" Santa asked gently. "I haven't heard your songs in the workshop lately." Melody sighed. "I love to sing, Santa, but the others say it distracts them from their work. I don't want to cause any trouble, so I've been trying not to sing." Santa stroked his beard thoughtfully. "You know, Melody, your singing has always been part of the North Pole's magic. It brings joy and warmth, especially during the busy Christmas season. It's not about whether your singing is perfect for toy making, but about how it makes everybody feel." Melody smiled a little, but what if it's just a distraction? "Well," Santa said, standing up with a twinkle in his eye, "I believe your voice is exactly what we need right now. Tomorrow, why don't you sing during the Christmas Eve send-off? You'll just see how much your music means." Melody wasn't sure what Santa had planned, but she agreed. The next day at the North Pole was a whirlwind of excitement as Christmas Eve approached. The elves were finishing up the last of the presents, the reindeer were getting ready for their big journey, and Santa was making his final preparations. But something was missing. The elves felt it too. The usual festive energy wasn't quite there. That's when Santa gathered everybody around the sleigh and called out, "It's time for a little music." Melody stepped forward, her heart pounding. She took a deep breath and began to sing. At first her voice was soft and shy, but as the notes filled the air, something magical happened. The elves stopped their work and smiled, feeling the joy of her music brought. The reindeer lifted their heads, their hooves tapping along to the rhythm. Even the snow seemed to sparkle a little brighter. Melody's song grew stronger, filling every corner of the North Pole with warmth and cheer. She sang of joy, of love, and of the magic of Christmas. The elves, who had been so focused on their task, realized how much they missed hearing her voice. It wasn't a distraction, it was a gift, one that made their work feel meaningful and full of heart. As the song ended, Santa stepped forward, his eyes twinkling. "Melody, your voice has reminded us what Christmas is really about. Spreading joy and love to others. It's not just about the toys or the decorations, it's about the happiness that we share." The other elves clapped and cheered, and even Tinker and Glitter, who once asked her to stop singing, were smiling from ear to ear. "Your songs make everything brighter, Melody. And Glitter, we were wrong to ask you to stop. You belong here, singing your heart out." With her heart full of happiness, Melody realized that her singing wasn't just for her. It was a gift to everybody around. From that day on, she sang proudly while working, helping spread the true spirit of Christmas throughout the North Pole. That night, as Santa flew off into the sky, guided by the reindeer and the sparkle of the stars, he could still hear Melody's voice drifting in the wind, filling the world with Christmas cheer. And so Melody, the elf, learned that her unique gift wasn't something to hide. It was something to share. And by being herself, she made Christmas a little brighter for everyone. The end. Isn't that amazing, ladies and gentlemen? Boys and girls, here's your positive life lesson. We all have unique gifts that make us special. Instead of hiding what makes us different, we should share it with the world because our talents can bring joy and happiness to others, just like Melody's singing. That's awesome, boys and girls. Remember, we all have unique talents and we're all special. Santa loves you. Thank you for spending some time with Santa. I hope you're having a great day. Santa loves you. Ho, ho, ho!